The Government of Saint Lucia and the United Nations World Food Programme (WFP) have signed 2 landmark cooperation agreements aimed at enhancing the country's disaster response capacity. These agreements will provide tailored support to people at the highest risk during and after crises. Representatives from the Ministry of Finance, Economic Development and Youth Economy and the Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment joined the WFP representative and country director for the Caribbean Multi-Country Office, Brian Bogart, to ink agreements on anticipatory action and technical assistance. Mr. Bogart commended St. Lucia for its leadership in advancing anticipatory action.
I think it's really important to point out that St. Lucia is really leading the way on this, and we're really proud to have this partnership and to build on the 5 years of experience that we have working here with you on social protection and trying to establish those mechanisms that would make it possible for us to establish anticipatory action instruments in St. Lucia.
The Anticipatory Action Agreement establishes a system to deliver targeted, cash-based assistance to vulnerable households up to 72 hours before an expected hurricane. This proactive approach, guided by scientific forecasts and risk thresholds, ensures support is triggered only when specific risk levels are met. It targets pre-identified vulnerable households, including those enrolled in programs like the Public Assistance Program and Child Disability Grant. These individuals have been selected based on strict vulnerability criteria and the availability of their verified banking information. To ensure preparedness for the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, WFP, in partnership with the Ministry of Equity, will pilot the Anticipatory Action System later this month. Director of Finance, Mr. Imran Williams, emphasized the significance of the approach and its targeted pre-disaster focus.
I think this is one of the few times in terms of an approach I can say we've actually solved this issue. It's very targeted as who's eligible and how do they receive those resources prior to the disaster itself.
In parallel with the Anticipatory Action Agreement, the Technical Assistance Agreement focuses on improving how the government delivers social support programs. Signed between the WFP and the Ministry of Equity, the agreement will enhance data accuracy and beneficiary targeting. The work will also provide staff who deliver social support programs with increased knowledge and skills to more effectively support people at risk. Minister for Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, Honorable Joachim Henry, says these initiatives aim not only to address immediate needs, but also to establish the foundation for more sustainable, data-driven social protection systems.
Reducing vulnerability requires advocacy, not just at the level of the Ministry of Equity, but for everybody who participates in the lives of individuals who are subject to the realities of life. And therefore, the voice of the Ministry of Equity is not enough. The voice of the banking sector, the voice of my other colleague ministers and ministries and professionals, that they can make this advocacy loud enough, not for me to get the entire budget for poor people, but of course the environment in which we work can make it easier for us to achieve our outcomes.
Both agreements are part of WFP's Caribbean Multi-Country Strategic Plan 2022-2026 and align with St. Lucia's national development priorities. As climate-related shocks increasingly affect small island developing states, this collaboration underscores St. Lucia's leadership in creating forward-thinking solutions that safeguard lives and strengthen communities. From the Ministry of Equity, Social Justice and Empowerment, Anicia Antoine.